A sandwich is a dish typically consisting of a variety of meat, cheeses, and sauces and vegetables used as a filling between slices of bread or placed atop a slice of bread, or more generally, any dish in which bread serves as a container or wrapper for another food type, 1, 2, or 3 source. The sandwich begins as a portable, convenient food in the Western world, and over time it has become prevalent worldwide. There has been social media debate over the precise definition of sandwich, specifically whether a hot dog or open sandwich can be categorized as such. Other items, like hamburgers and burritos, were also considered. In the United States, the Department of Agriculture, USDA, and the Food and Drug Administration, FDA, are responsible agencies making a regulatory definition of sandwich in the United States. The USDA uses a definition, at least 35% cooked meat and no more than 50% bread, for closed sandwiches, and at least 50% cooked meat for open sandwiches, source 4. However, the same USDA manual demonstrates that burritos and fajitas are sandwich-like and frankfurters are sandwich-type, while stromboli are explicitly excluded. In Britain, the British Sandwich Association defines a sandwich as any form of bread with a filling, generally assembled cold, a definition which includes wraps and bagels but potentially excludes dishes assembled and served hot, such as burgers. Sandwiches are a popular type of lunch food taken to work, schools, or picnics and to be eaten as part of a packed lunch. The bread is frequently coated with condiments such as mayonnaise or mustard to enhance its flavor and texture, but may be served plain, see dry, as well as being homemade. Sandwiches are also widely sold in various retail outlets and can be served hot or cold. Although savory sandwiches, such as deli meat sandwiches, are the majority, sweet sandwiches, such as jam sandwiches and fluffernutters, form their own category. The sandwich is named after the inventor of a certain roast beef sandwich in the 18th century, or in 18th century England, John Montagu, a 4th Earl of Sandwich, sources 8 and 9. The Wall Street Journal has described it as Britain's biggest contribution to gastronomy, source 10. History and entomology. Early sandwiches and sandwich-like foods. The use of some kind of bread or bread-like substance to lie under some other food, or to scoop it up and enclose or wrap it, is found in many cultures historically. Before being known as a sandwich, this food combination seems to have been known as bread and meat, or bread and cheese, source 8. These two phrases are found throughout English drama from the 16th and 17th centuries. In the 1st century BC, the Jewish sage Hillel the Elder is said to have wrapped meat from the paschal lamb and bitter herbs of the soft matzah flat, unleavened bread during Passover in the manner of a modern wrap made of flatbread. During the Middle Ages in Europe, thick slabs of coarse and usually stale bread called trenchers were used as plates. See source 12. After a meal, the food-soaked trencher was fed to a dog or to the beggars at the tables of the wealthy, and eaten by diners in more modest circumstances. The immediate culinary precursor with a direct connection to the English sandwich was to be found in the Netherlands of the 17th century, where the naturalist John Ray observed that in the taverns, beef hung from rafters, which they cut into thin slices and eat with bread and butter, laying the slices upon the butter. Explained specifications that reveal that Dutch Belge Bruges open-faced sandwiches was as yet unfamiliar in England. The word sandwich appears, referring to a certain roast beef sandwich in England. Are you happy, Kessel? Are you happy you made me do that? Was this an effective use of either of our times? Did you feel that we've grown? That we've gained something from this? Did you think that I would fucking take that lying down? I'll fucking kill you. I'll kill you and I'll serve you upon a fucking flatbread. Don't fuck with me. So we're playing Pokemon Emerald Run and Bun. That's yes, miss to you, Kessel. Ugh. I was thinking about getting a big old slurp of water the entirety of the time I was doing that. Anyways, who the fuck watched that? I'm so very sorry to whoever sat through a solid 5 minutes of me reading off the sandwich Wikipedia page, but it has undeniably improved our metrics. Guess what the fuck? Look. This is my version of finding the biggest guy in the prison yard and sticking a shank between his ribs. Oh, I see we have a clip. I see that you highlighted 16th and 17th centuries. No, okay. It was so fucking great. It was so fucking great. I went mini golfing on Tuesday. Tuesday's my date night with Enun. And I went mini golfing. And we go to this like blacklight mini golf place. And it's basically empty. It's a Tuesday evening at like 7 p.m. But there is one family that's like ahead of us. And it's like a pretty big family. And they have like 2 young kids with them. And my heart's immediately endeared because one of them is a very rambunctious like little girl named April. And I'm like, kin. And we get to the point where we're at like the loop-de-loop hole. So we're gonna give them like 2 holes of distance between them and us because, like, no disrespect intended, I don't want to be standing near 2 rambunctious like single-digit age children going like insano mode on the loop-de-loop in the mini golf course. I don't want to get my fucking brain bashed in with a golf ball. So, you know, eventually they like the like grandma notices that we're standing back and she like comes over and she's like, if you want, you can play through. Like, you know, we understand, you know, it's probably going to take us a minute. And it's like, oh, no, you're fine. Don't even worry about it. And like, she strikes up a conversation with us and she starts talking about her kids, and little rambunctious baby April has walked up behind her. And she's like, you know, it's like, you know, taking out, you know, the kids are 6 and 7, and the kid standing behind her just goes, and I look at her and I'm like, and that I had a moment. I had a spiritual moment. I'm hip with the youths. See, the problem is that now I want to watch that clip. I really hope that clip landed. Hi, Hannah. Welcome to the stream. Also, hi, Pio. I don't think I've acknowledged you yet. And I think they've already left, but hi, Jeet. Thanks for checking in, even though you were met with the waiting screen. Also, folks, guess who earlier today officially started the process of having her name changed to April May Redacted? Because enough people said it, I am officially making May my middle name. Yippee wahoo. Congrats, Miss Redacted. Thank you, Kessel. There's also a second middle name in there. I'm keeping, I guess it's not my dead middle name since I'm keeping it. It's a boy's name, but it's like my great grandpa, and apparently he was really cool. And I went by it for a little while in high school, so I'm keeping it in honor of him. But yeah, so I'm functionally April May last name. So yeah, I'm gonna go and sign the papers for that on Wednesday next week. Going to the lawyer's office, get some help with that. Did you know that they functionally have, apparently, at least in California, what she described it as like public defenders, but for general attorney shit? She's like, yeah, no, it's all free of charge because it's like a state service, you know? And it's like, oh, well, that's very cool. Given the filing fee is still like $435, I think. But at least I'm not paying for that and legal assistance. I'm also going to turn off the Victory Road theme because we've listened to this a lot, and I'm just going to throw on our stream background noise generator. Which is to say the Deltarune OST. Hold on. No, I don't want to look at all of my subscriptions. Oh no. Ah! How do I minimize that menu? Fuck off. There you go. Why is the show less at the bottom? Playlists. Stream BG. Fuck you, Bogeyman. We're jumping straight to the Deltarune OST. I mean, I could jump to the GTI OST. Cool. Some states do that. Indiana doesn't. LOL. I'm so sorry, Pio. Yeah, no, I'm very fortunate. Yeah, so I'm like starting the process to finally getting my name legally changed. Very excited for that. Also, because I had to sit in the car for a long time, I continued looking at some of my Elite Four lines, and I officially believe I have the 2 permutations of my Wallace line figured out. This is very important because Wallace typically requires you to have 2 lines prepped for him, because the line, like, his fight has like built-in variants, and it's really early on. But I think I have figured out our branch there. I also figured out Sydney doubles, which means I'm pretty sure our entire Elite Four is calced. The name change process where I live genuinely made me cry, but at least it's all sorted now. I don't even want to imagine. I keep looking at it and I get overwhelmed. Thankfully, the like hospital the doctor's office that I got set up with recently has a pretty robust like gender care services department. I don't know what to call it. So they're like, yeah, no, we know how to hook you up. So big ups to my girlfriend who recommended me to them. All right, folks. I'm gonna look up Rillaboom. Is it Cool Trainer Felix? Yeah. So we already calced this line, so we're gonna jump to the next one. So folks, it's time to see just how good Mega Slowbro is. So Slowbro, Mega, set the ability to Shell Armor. I don't believe we use Mega Slowbro for much during this fight, but in the next one, I think Mega Slowbro goes kind of insane. I missed the start. Did you say what the E4 team plan was, or is it a surprise? I don't want to go into details too much because I do ideally want it to be kind of like fun and exciting for you all to see. It's kind of run and bun tradition to do your E4 calcs off stream. I was just announcing that I'm pretty sure I have everything figured out. I have a Hall of Fame sheet certified runner, Aaron of Katie Bug's boyfriend fame, who has also offered to double check my work. So everything should be good to go, though. It was mostly just making sure that my Wallace line accounted for both forms of variance, depending on if, for context chat, the second Pokemon on Wallace's team is Swift Swim Barraskewda with a choice band, and all it knows is Liquidation and Flip Turn. So it's kind of impossible to predict once it comes in. Like, the kind of thing that is strong enough to KO his lead Kyogre is typically not strong enough to not die to rain-boosted choice band Liquidation, and he's faster than you, because nothing in the game is faster than Swift Swim Barraskewda. Except for your own Choice Scarf Swift Swim Barraskewda. But yeah, so you have to account for if he clicks Liquidation or if he clicks Flip Turn. And then ideally you plan a line around that where you don't get Barraskewda back on the field again until like the end of the fight. Or at least until it comes in on a guy who only shows high damage or killing roll to Liquidation. And honestly, that's not even the thing that's scary. The thing that gets me kind of spooked, which is funny because I have a bunch of really good answers for it, is Wallace's Hisui and Goodra. Just because it has Curse, and that can be really tricky. But I think we're good. So, let's look at this next fight. Just to note, folks, I don't plan on running any fights tonight. I ran a bunch of fights last stream, so as a little treat to myself, I'm not doing that. So we're just going to be doing calcs today. So let's look here at Cool Trainer Julie and Cool Trainer Diane. Now, from what I recall, this is a fight where Sneasler can do some work. But you kind of have to put in some work to make sure that Sneasler can do some work. Namely, just like Golisopod here is kind of funny. I need to remember my strat. Because I know I looked at this line. Because I believe the idea was open with Sneasler, open with Latias. Latias has Protect. Golisopod here has First Impression. It wants to use that to get a fast KO. Thankfully, that's its only priority move. We just want Latias's HP to be low enough to show a KO to Dragon Pulse on regular Sceptile. Reason being is that Sceptile is faster than Sneasler, so we want to make sure that it's not clicking an attack into Sneasler. Unless we use Choice Scarf, which isn't... I mean, we don't necessarily need the damage boost. I don't know. Because, like, how much do you do to him with... Yeah, it doesn't quite work. Like, it probably does, but it's not guaranteed to, and that's the annoying part. Okay. But yeah, so generally the idea is to down Sceptile, down Florges, and then keep Sneasler safe long enough to get 2 shots in at Surfetched. Or 1 shot with like a black belt boosted close combat, assuming you can bait Surfetched into like dropping a CC into Togedemaru's Spiky Shield. I don't think we really want to worry about all that, because I believe the idea is to essentially, because the problem is that if we use Life Orb, or anything like that, Golisopod will eventually see a kill on us with Liquidation, and we obviously don't want it to do that. And it's really hard to have a guy be slower than Golisopod to specifically show it fast kills. So I believe the idea was bring Sneasler, bring Latias, turn 1, Latias clicks Protect, baits in First Impression, baits in Dragon Pulse. Sneasler, without any held item, is able to KO Sceptile with Poison Jab. Sceptile goes down. Now the idea is that with Latias here, specifically, that's right, we want Latias instead of our other Protect guys, because Latias threatens Surfetched with a fast KO with Psychic. So the AI would instead send in Florges, who sees a slow KO with Dazzling Gleam or Pollen Puff. Florges hits the field. It doesn't matter what it does because Sneasler one-hit KOs it with Poison Jab. Golisopod is going to go into Latias with either Leech Life or Knockoff. It's kind of impossible to get one or the other. At the very least, we can get our HP high enough to not bait Liquidation. I believe we just need to be down to like 34%, 35%. So, and also, obviously, Latias here is in slot 1. So, Poison Jab down Sceptile, Poison Jab down Florges. Surfetched does not see a KO on Sneasler. So as we KO Florges, Golisopod is going to be going for either Leech Life or Knockoff into the Latias slot. We swap in Togedemaru, who takes similar amounts of damage because Toge shouldn't be holding a Citrus Berry. And sorry, I said Skitty because I'm acknowledging friend of the stream, Skitty Bop Butt. Skibop. Welcome to stream, my dearest goon. I tried to check in on you while you were streaming a day or two ago, and I don't know if you were just like on break or something, but you were inaudible. There was also nothing on the screen. Like, there was the screen, but there wasn't, like, game. Okay. So, Togedemaru comes in, takes an amount of damage. We just need to pre-damage it so that way it shows a KO to Liquidation after the fact. Yeah, so the thing we have to account for is making sure that we live critical hit max roll knockoff and low roll leech life puts us into Liquidation range. And I believe the important thing to know... No, I think that's the only thing that matters. Might have been on a break. There were a couple times where I was away. Yeah, I felt like I could like barely hear you talking, but maybe that was just, yeah, you were on a break. Okay, so Togedemaru hits the field. Togedemaru obviously shows a KO to Surfetched. Shock of all shocks. So Toge hits the field, clicks Protect. Sneasler goes for a Brick Break into Surfetched, which doesn't KO. This is, I suppose it doesn't really matter. But yeah, so we go for a Brick Break onto Surfetched. And then on the following turn, we KO Surfetched. We swap Togi out for, I think it's that we can guarantee that we're always baiting Liquidation or Knockoff and never Leech Life. I think. Because, like, Togi coming in Here, let me get my calculator out. I mean, it was literally only for like 1 or 2 minutes. If people were engaging with you in chat, then yeah, it was probably just a me problem. So, we need to have liquidation is 171 plus low roll of leech life is 81. 252. So we have to pre-damage ourselves by 1. Now, 252 minus critical hit max roll knockoff is 156. Goes down to 96. Ooh, it is exact range on leech life. Anyway, am I not getting a citrus berry? Sorry, Skitty, it's not you, it's Togedemaru. I said Skitty because you popped in and I was like, oh shitty, it's a Skitty. Anyways. So, Surfetched goes down. We swap out Togedemaru. I guess we essentially just need to find something that can live all 3 of these hits. We don't need to worry about first impression, obviously. And that's probably quite a few guys, right? Yeah, fuck. Urshifu can come in. Urshifu can come in easy style. Because the idea is at this point, we swap out Togedemaru. Golisopod has taken at least 1 tick of Iron Barb's damage. So I think with like... If we have... Oh yeah, if we have like Poison Barb. Actually, is that enough? Hold on. 274 divided by 2 is 137. 274 divided by 8 is 34. 274 minus 34 minus 102 comes up to 138, barely above force amount range. Unfort. What happens if we do Aerial Ace and the Expert Belts? $37.5. That is 103. That is, in fact, exact lethal. Yeah, I guess the question is, like, does it matter? Okay. Looking at it, critical hit, poison jab plus poison doesn't one-hit KO Surfetched. 48 plus 57, yeah. Because 249 divided by 8 is 31. 249 minus 31 comes out to 218 minus 213, yeah. Okay, good. So we never KO Surfetched on the first turn on accident. Cool. So yeah, Golisopod is on the field, assuming we swap in Urshifu on any of these moves. Ooh, but it could matter. That's right. The reason Leech Life matters is if Golisopod leeches HP, obviously that's a bit of an issue. Because then it would heal out of the range where we can proc emergency exit with Aerial Ace. I don't think that necessarily matters, though. Phone just buzzed. 1 second. Because what we have to account for here is we have Parental Bond, Kangaskhan, who thinks that it gets one shot by close combat. So Kangaskhan is never coming in. And then in comes Honchkrow with Focus Sash, Hurricane, Dark Pulse, Heatwave, Tailwind. I'm seeing no priority moves on this guy. I think we're able to bully him pretty easily, right? Honchkrow comes in, Sneasler clicks Poison Jab, Urshifu clicks Surging Strikes. Easy peasy. At which point, Golisopod returns to the field. It does gain the ability to use First Impression, but at no point has Sneasler clicked Close Combat. So First Impression doesn't do a dangerous amount of damage, right? I think there's also just a chance that, like, no, I don't think Urshifu can kill it with Surging Strikes. Yeah. But still. We do 35% with Thunder Punch. Hell, we could probably find a higher damage move for Urshifu to use. Urshifu. Aerial Ace. Oh, wait, that's Dark Shifu. We want Wet Shifu. Yeah, I mean, Rock Tomb, they're the same damage. So I guess Aerial Ace is less. Damn, this thing's fucking bulky. It should be okay, though, because if we forced Golisopod out of the field, which we had to have done, 30% with Poison Jab, 35% with Thunder Punch, like, we knock him out. So one of us takes some damage, we knock out Golisopod, Kangaskhan hits the field, Body Slam, Crunch, fake out Seismic Toss. It can't fake out Sneasler, so it's just going to fake out Urshifu. It'll do some damage, but not enough to KO, and I think we're fine. Did you check? Oh, fuck, you're right. Okay, chat. Never mind. So we are going to really quickly... Hold on, where's my fucking... Get out of there, Elgato. Well, I'll hide you forever. In case I ever need you again. Hold on. Moving it down. But thank you for reminding me, G. So, chat, there's a thing. Turns out in 1 out of 3 games, you spawn a lady, and that lady asks you to take a quiz. And 1 out of those 16 quizzes gives you TM, I think it's like 15 or 16, which is the TM for body press. So if we get that, we don't actually have... It saves us having to do at least 3 optionals. So let's just... Again, we're not really doing stuff today, but we do need to go and encounter our quiz lady. Thank you for reminding me, G. Zephinia. So I believe it is the Lily Cove Pokemon Center. I believe it is this lady. I'm the quiz lady. I love quizzes. After you have read the quiz question, press the A button. Which will stop confusion? Illuminate? Okay, so I'm going to check our DMG, because I know it's in there. Yeah, I don't think this is the body press one. Nope, that's not it. Okay, you didn't send me the screenshot, you just sent me the ladies page on Bulbapedia. We love the ladies page on Bulbapedia. So, which will stop confusion? Yeah, it's just a max ether. Unfort. Okay, after you have read the quiz, select the A button. So I guess I go to ability. Or is it battle? People, is it... That's Pokemon. Status, greetings, voices, endings, conditions. No. Yeah, this is very confusing. I'm just gonna check the O in most of these. Is it in miscellaneous? No. Like, it's all just Pokemon names, right? Yeah. Yeah, no, if we had gotten what stores your Pokemon, that would be the one that got us the thing for free. Okay, there's just no on that. There's no trendy sayings. It's not in miscellaneous. It's not in time. Is it in lifestyle? LMNO. Yeah. Is it in hobbies? No. Like, I see own. Do I have to produce own tempo through, like, 2 things? How's the run going? It's going alright, we're just doing a little tangent here. Speech. Where the fuck? Oh yeah, oi oi oi. Okay. I think I just already checked speech. People. Greetings. Status. Wait! Why is status the abilities tag? Unfortunately, it's only a max ether. Oop. You're going to quit? Yeah, I'm not making a quiz. Oh well. So, out of curiosity, like, if I were to, like, I'm obviously saving right now, but if I were to turn my game off and turn it back on and I went back to her, would it re-roll the quiz? Or is it just, like, based on your save file? Okay. I tried it. That's fair. But yeah, chat for context, one of them gives you the TM that becomes body press, and there are 2 of them that reward you with essentially a bonus rare candy. So they can be very good, everything else is pretty bad. Wattmel berry would be good. Wattmel and blueberry are at least, like, powerful berries for, a natural gift. But yeah, that's it. Okay. Back to what we were doing. But yeah, I think Sneasler and Urshifu just sweep from here, right? Because we force out Golisopod, Honchgrow comes in. Yeah, I guess I just need to account for, like... Hold on, Parental Bond. Okay, good to see it does in fact calculate the increased damage of Parental Bond. Hell, Body Slam Crunch, I could even, in theory, swap to something else, but... Good luck defeating evil. Thanks, G. Okay. So yeah, we KO Golisopod. Sneasler shows a fast KO to Kangaskhan. Honchcrow, because of Focus Sash, doesn't think we can actually KO it. That's not true, though. It enters the field. It has no priority moves. It has Super Luck and a Focus Sash. Urshifu hits it. Sneasler hits it. Golisopod comes back in. Sneasler Poison Jab plus Urshifu Thunder Punch takes out Golisopod. In comes Kangaskhan, who fakes out Urshifu, and then Sneasler kills it. Yeah, so I guess we just need to account for, like, what are the 3 highest damaging moves? I guess if Urshifu, like, comes in on critical hit defense drop liquidation, like, we just need to bring a guy who Urshifu can swap to on Kangaskhan, and then we're fine. Which can be like Lucario. Yeah. Okay. Nice and easy. So this is Cool Trainer Julia and Cool Trainer Diane. Notes. Pre-damage Toge, or technically it's Laddie first. So pre-damage Laddie to Sceptile Regular to 98 HP. Pre-damage Toge to, I think it's literally just, yeah, 252. Because 252 minus the lowest roll on Leech Life is 81. 171, which is the lowest roll of Liquidation. Yeah, Liquidation, Leech Life knockoff. All of these are moves that make contact, so we guarantee get a little bit of Iron Barb chip, though I don't think it matters. Teach Snee A-Ace. Teach Snee P-Jab. Teach Ursh. Out of curiosity, what does more damage to this guy? Thunder Punch or, Poison Jab? Thunder Punch. Okay, I didn't realize that Bug Water is in fact weak to electric. I don't know why I always think Bug resists electric, which in hindsight doesn't make much sense in our world of Bug Zappers. Yeah. Hell, we can even give him a magnet. Just to really crank up that damage. Okay. Pre-damage Toge to that. Teach Ursh T, Punch. Equip Snee with Export Belt. Equip Ursh with magnet. I don't think Latias needs anything. We can give her a Twisted Spoon for fun. Because we're already always showing a kill to knock off whether or not we have an item. Yeah. Pollen Puff, Dazzling Gleam, yeah. And then Toki's on the field. Blanks a close combat. Oh no, we can actually totally kill Sirfetch'd turn 1. Not that I think that really matters. Like, yeah, I don't think it hurts us at all if we kill Sirfetch'd early. So equip Snee with Expert Belt, equip Ursh with Magnet. Just do equip technically Laddie is first slot. Equip Laddie with nothing. And then equip Toge with nothing. Okay. Sep and Golly. Hi, Izzy. Welcome to stream. Also, hi, Bells and Whistles. I don't know if I acknowledged you earlier, but run is going. The run do be bunnin'. We just calced our first, I suppose technically our second Victory Road fight coming up. We have a double battle coming up that's thankfully not too rough. So, Sep and Golly open with Laddie and Snee. Use Protect OHKO Sep with P Jab. Swap to Sep and Floor. Swap Laddie to Toge. OHKO Floor with P Jab. Swap to... Oh wait, not Sep and Floor. It should be Floor and Golly. G Willikers. Swap to Surf and Golly. Use S Shield. Use P Jab on Surf. It's cool if he dies here. Don't worry, BB. Swap Toge to Ursh. KO Surf with a Ace. Swap to Golly. Use, I think Pija, or no, Aerial Ace would be our highest damage move, right? Expert Belt, Aerial Ace. Yeah. Use a Ace on Golly. Use... Oh, wait. Use T-Punch on Golly. Use a Ace on Golly. Swap to Honk. KO Honk with T-Punch. Use, I don't know, like P-Jab on Honk. Return of Golly. KO Golly with T-Punch. KO Golly with a Ace, because this is going to be one or the other. Swap to Kang. So, out of curiosity, Urshifu swaps in on critical hit liquidation from Golisopod. Takes 99 damage. 317 minus 99. When Golisopod returns, it goes for a critical hit first impression into Urshifu, doing 157 damage. 61. Okay, yeah. We could absolutely die to fake out there. So we'll just swap to Lucario. Lucario seems good here. Lucario has Vacuum Wave. We don't even need Expert Belt to kill this thing with Sneasler. It's awesome. Kangaskhan. God, though, this thing's bulky. Like, the fucking diff from Lucario 110 base attack to Sneasler 130 plus attack nature. Swap Ursh to Luca. OHKO Kang with Combat. Alright, one down. Or two down, depending on how you want to look at it. Like I said, we're not running any fights tonight, but odds are we'll probably be running a few on Sunday or Saturday. That being said, we've done some calculations. I've been drinking black coffee. My body knows what time it is. I'm gonna finish pounding this black coffee. Ick. And with that, I will be heading to the restroom. BRB. Alas, I return. Let's keep this shit going. Next fight. So, now that I know that we don't get the body press TM, it looks like we have the 11 fights remaining in Victory Road, 2 fights to get the Rocky Helmet and Meteor Falls, and then 3 fights after that to get the actual body press TM. Which, I'll be completely honest, I did not realize we didn't have. Could have been bad. Sorry, I love this song. Alright, so this fight's a real pain in the ass. Mainly just has a really obnoxious lead. But thankfully, I believe we have some very fun answers in the form of Mega Slowbro. So, let's take a look. First things first, Scolipede. Has a focus sash, is fast as fuck, has infestation, toxic spikes, spikes and endeavor. Notably, it has intentionally botched HP and defensive IVs. This is because it wants you to hit it once really hard, knock it down to 1 HP, so that way it then hits you really hard with endeavor. And it's just kind of hard to fucking, like, figure out a clean path through this guy that isn't the most obvious brute force answer. Which is to say, is it Aerodactyl specifically? No, it's not Aerodactyl. I believe it's Dragonite. Dragonite, do you outspeed this thing at +1? At level 95? Yes, you do. Yeah. So, Dragonite with the Choice Scarf, outspeeds Scolipede, kills it with Dual Wing Beat. I don't even think we necessarily need to be a super high level. This also has the added benefit of, by being faster than Garchomp, we show a KO to it with Draco Meteor, even though we can't click it because we're choice locked into Dual Wing Beat, stopping Garchomp from coming in. This lets us get in Gyarados on a preferred move like Ice Fang. Now, at level 95, we have Inner Focus, so I don't actually think we even need to pre-damage Dragonite per se. Because, let's see. I mean, we can. Because once Gyarados hits the field, it knows that we're choice locked into Dual Wing Beat, and thus could theoretically click Dragon Dance. I don't think we need to worry about that, though. Because at level 95, we do barely show it a 2-hit KO, 4-hit KO, with Dual Wing Beat. But let's just assume we've pre-damaged ourselves low enough. So what level do we need to be to outspeed Scolipede? So at +1, or here, let's set you to there. Let's just give you the Choice Scarf. So I'm going to turn up the music a bit. It's a little quiet. There we go. So, Choice Scarf. Export, import. Yeah, we actually only need to go to level 92, which lets us outspeed Scolipede. We threaten Garchomp with Draco. We outspeed Tauros. So yeah, they just want to send in the first thing. We have to get rid of Thunder Punch, which is fine, because otherwise we show Gyarados a one-hit KO with Thunder Punch. So yeah, we just delete Thunder Punch off Dragonite's moveset, replace it with whatever. And if we pre-damage ourselves to show a kill to Ice Fang, Gyarados never clicks Dragon Dance. We are going to then swap to Urshifu, who takes very little damage from Ice Fang, is natively faster than Gyarados, can kill it with our own Thunder Punch, or with Urshifu's Thunder Punch. All we need to account for, really, is just giving it a Lumberry to prevent freeze, or a pre-status, really. So Urshifu comes in, lives a thing, kills Gyarados. We outdamage Garchomp, though that might not necessarily be true. The main thing is Electros will come in, and it'll see a kill with Discharge and only Discharge. It doesn't necessarily see a killing roll with Discharge on every roll, but no other move is going to come even close to it in power. Now, the obvious answer would be to hard swap to Garchomp, and then, because like Garchomp is the Electros killer. You bring in Garchomp, and then you click you click fucking, whatchamacallit, dual chop a couple times. Unfortunately, we kind of can't afford to pre-status here. We take too much damage and it just kind of gets a little unpredictable. So what I've landed on instead is swap to Flygon on discharge. At, yeah, whatever level we're at. Highest damage we bait, or the move we bait is knockoff consistently. We are going to outspeed and click U-turn, doing a bunch of damage. And then I believe the idea was to U-turn into a Sneasler with no held item. So Sneasler comes in. Oh, no, it was Flygon comes in, clicks Draco Meteor, then clicks U-turn. Because we don't care what Flygon's HP gets set to. We just need to make sure that we do enough damage to get Electros's HP low. We don't even necessarily... Well, yeah, because we can't afford to equip Dragon Fang because of knockoff. No, I don't want the Rusted Sword. I want no held item. Yeah, so I think it's Draco Meteor into U-turn, into Sneasler close combat, kills Electros. So let's confirm that real quick. So we have 76 plus 48 comes out to 124 plus 187 comes out to 311. 292. Easy. We want to teach Sneasler Ice Punch. Because this is where things start to get hashtag technical. Though honestly, the more I think about it, I don't actually think we necessarily need to do that. I don't know. Yeah, I think we still want to. Point is, Sneasler comes in on knockoff, does a bunch of damage with close combat. Defense goes to -1, Spadef goes to -1. If we give Sneasler Ice Punch, we threaten Garchomp with a fast one-hit KO. We barely outspeed Tauros and threaten it with a fast one-hit KO. So the only thing that can come in on us is Blaziken, who is slower than us and out-damaged, but it doesn't see that we kill it, so Blaziken will come in. And I believe it's basically always for Flare Blitz. I think it can be for close combat, but it doesn't matter. The important thing is that it's not clicking Swords Dance, because that would be bad. So Blaziken comes in, it really wants to kill us. We are going to swap to Kalen. Unfortunately, there's no point in doing like a pre-freeze to try to prevent Flare Blitz burn, because Flare Blitz is bugged. So if you are, like, Flare Blitz can burn you even if you're frozen. It like thaws you out and then it burns you. So we swap to Kalen. On a Flare Blitz, take an amount of damage, undeniably. A decent amount, if we're being completely honest. I believe we need to give Kalen here... No, not Surf. We want Icy Wind. And then we want Mega Slowbro, also with Icy Wind. So now, as you can see, Mega Slowbro one-hit KOs Blaziken, and by threatening one-hit KO, which it also does as regular Slowbro, stops it from clicking Swords Dance, Mega Slowbro can't be crit. Mega Slowbro's damage isn't reduced by being burned. The most damage it can do is 22% with Stone Edge. So we swap in, we slack off, we set up Future Sight, we slack off back to full, Blaziken dies to Future Sight. Once it goes down to Future Sight, Tauros sees that we outdamage it. Garchomp sees that we outdamage it. So they're just gonna send in Garchomp next. Garchomp hits the field, we're gonna hit it with an Icy Wind. We're gonna heal up. We're gonna set up a Future Sight and then click Icy Wind to KO Garchomp. I don't think we really need to worry about doing the Future Sight setup. The point is, Garchomp's gonna come in. He's gonna try to set up Stealth Rocks, which is thankfully not that big a deal. But yeah, Slowbro is here. Like, even if we're burned, like, the lowest HP we're at when this thing comes in is 92%. It's probably gonna go for Stealth Rock. It could go for Earthquake. It's fine if it does. We are going to click Icy Wind to drop his HP very low. And then we can honestly just spam Slack Off until it KOs itself with Life Orb. And then in comes Tauros. Tauros does good damage with Throat Chop, undeniably, but we kind of outpace how much damage it does, and it also, well, this is Sheer Force Life Orb, so it doesn't take damage from its Life Orb. So in theory, we could bring an extra Pokemon to come in and deal with this guy. I think we can, at pretty much zero consequence, just bring Choice Scarf Lucario and win here. Because, like, even if Garchomp sets up Stealth Rocks, Lucario win on Throat Chop or well, okay, we'd have to make sure that it's not Body Slam, but that just requires us to be above 30% HP. Which should not be hard if we're spamming Slack Off against Garchomp, right? But yeah, Icy Wind does a bunch of damage to this guy. Like, this is why we got Mega Slowbro. Because I would like to acknowledge, not only is Mega Slowbro an insurmountable defensive wall, with 180 base defense, with a plus defense nature, providing it an extra 32 stat points by level 100, and a decent IV of 15, it goes from base 100 special attack to 130, which I believe is it's the special attacking equivalent to Sneasler. Given it's a minus special attack nature instead of Sneasler's plus attack nature, but still an insanely high base stat. Off of a 31 IV too. I can't believe how lucky we got with Kalen. And Kalen makes our E4 possible simply based on how many scales she doesn't need to spend. Which is hilarious because we are probably going to spend 3 scales on her. I think we only need 2, but you know. Anyways, yeah, so I think at that point, like, I want to get Tauros with Future Sight and Icy Wind, but I don't need to. But, like, all I need to do is heal back up to full. It's a question of if we get burned or not, because if we don't get burned, yeah, Kalen clears easy. But odds are pretty high Flare Blitz will burn her. But also, I don't know, she only realistically is taking 1 Flare Blitz. We'll see. Yeah, I think we just have to bring, because that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we just got to bring 1 extra guy who can swap in on this tool and kill. Which honestly could also be Urshifu. But yeah, like, okay, let's just do Choice Scarf. Yeah, Choice Scarf, close combat, which is like pre-toxic. Lucario has 260 HP, divided by 16 is 16. 260. Oop. Okay. 260 divided by 8 should be 32. 260 minus 16 for toxic. And actually, no, it would be 16 again for Stealth Rocks because we resist, right? Stealth Rocks is 16% for single stat resist. Sets up a hazard, 130. Yeah, quad resist is a 32th. So 1/16. So yeah, it's another 16 damage. And then come in on critical hit max roll body slam is 152. 76. Yeah, we love that. And then we outspeed and kill with close combat. Cool. Very easy fight. It's not very easy. It's actually a very annoying fight. Thankfully we have good stuff for it. Okay, so a lot on the teach thing. So delete T-Punch from drag moveset. Teach Ursh T-Punch. Move list. Teach Ursh T-Punch. Teach Snee I-Punch. Teach Slow I Wind. I Wind you lewd. You lewds. Okay, pre-toxic Luca. I think that's our only pre-status. Yeah, because we can just give Urshifu a Lumberry. God, Tauros is fast. Okay. Oh yeah, we also need to level up drag to 92. And I think that's the only level up we're doing. So, get Dragonite permanently exported without Thunder Punch. We'll give it Ice Punch. Can it learn Ice Punch? Yeah. Okay. Level up drag to that. Delete Thunder Punch from Dragonite's move list. Teach Urshifu Thunder Punch. Teach Sneasler Ice Punch. Teach Slowbro Icy Wind. Pre-Toxic Lucario. Yeah. We're chilling. Is there anything else we need? I think we're good. Equip Drag with Choice Scarf. Equip Ursh with Lumberry. Equip Flag with nothing. Equip Snee with nothing. It's confirming without a held item. Yeah, highest damaging move from Electros is always knockoff. And 2 crits from knockoff never put us into range for Flamethrower or Sludge Bomb, right? So 272 minus 108, 56. Yeah. Above the top end of 49 for Flamethrower and Sludge Bomb. Okay. Equip. Slow with Slowbronite. But yeah, as you can see, Mega Slowbro goes fucking crazy already. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Equip Luca with Choice Scarf. Open with Drag. 2-hit KO with D Wing Beat. Swap to Yair. Swap to Ursh. OHKO with T Punch. Confirming Urshifu taking damage from Gyarados. We don't need a damage boosting item to kill with Thunder Punch. Critical hit max roll. Ice Fang does 46 damage. 317 minus 46 is 271. Garchomp is faster. Does not see a kill with Earthquake. Tauros is faster. Does not see a kill with Zen Headbutt. Electros is slower. Does see a kill with Discharge. Blaziken non-mega. Does not see a kill with Close Combat. Cool. And Blaziken would never come in, because it sees that we fast kill it with Surging Strikes. Like, cool. Just gotta make sure. And at 271 HP, do we show a kill to Sludge Bomb? No. Do we show anything to knock off? Also no. Cool. Swap to Ely. Swap to Flag. Use D Meteor. Use U-turn to Snee. KO with Combat. Swap to Blaz. Swap to Slow. Use Slack Off. Use F-Sight. Use Slack Off. Use Slack Off. F sight 2 of 2. F sight 2 of 2. Sorry, 1 of 2. F sight 0 of 2. Swap to Calc. Use I wind. Use S off. I suppose we could just do use S off, use F sight. Use S off, use F off, no. S off. It'll definitely be down by then. You know what? I'll do slack off twice and then future sight. Use F sight. Because it would be ideal, because he has Stone Edge, so if Garchomp misses a couple of times, you know, it's a whole thing. Use slack off. Like, we can't really rely on it KOing itself. The odds are just very good. Swap to Tar. Swap to Luca. OH KO with Combat. Alright, that's fight 7. We are almost halfway through Victory Road, which is pretty cool. Now that's more or less up to what I've calced out, like prior to this, because I did look at this fight before I was doing like my E4 calcs. This fight I hear is kind of a nightmare. I think this is probably where we're going to get held up the most for tonight. It's a rain team, and those are never fun. And it's got a Mega Swampert, and those always take lives. Mega Swampert on a rain team is never a good sign. Thankfully, we do have a fast as fuck Sceptile, who doesn't need choice specs to kill this guy with a Leaf Storm. And could even come in on a power-up punch or an Earthquake. Okay, we've got options here. You know what? Sceptile, can I teach you Thunder Punch? Oh, it has a Wakan Berry, though. And Pelipper actually has a really good defense stat. Electrode, though, does a lot more with Thunderbolt. So this fight scares me because it has a Gorbis. It has a Gorbis with Shell Smash and Baton Pass. Chat, I've provided you my lore. You know that the thing that wiped me on my furthest attempt of Blaze Black 2 Original was a Shell Smash Gorbis. I don't like this thing. This fight is super brutal? Yeah. You could teach Comfrey Thunder over Discharge, I guess. Oh yeah, I don't even necessarily need that. Like, all I need is, like, choice specs. Oh wait, he does currently have the Magnet. Please note, though, that Comfrey is currently only level 95. Or 91. Like... Yeah, no, killing Pelipper is not the hard part. Like, yeah, we teach Sir Comfrey Thunder over Discharge, because it is in the rain. And then at that point, I think all we need is Life Orb. Yeah. And then we can even potentially, like, yeah, show a fast kill to, or a slow... Okay, we couldn't show a kill to Gorbis because we're faster than it. But yeah. Yeah, exactly. We can Volt Switch out. So the main thing is that currently it looks like we would bait in Caesar, which doesn't seem awful. It would go for the Bug Bite kill over Bullet Punch or Quick Attack, or yeah, over Bullet Punch or Quick Attack, because it doesn't see that we kill it. Or we could pre-damage such that Dragonite sees a kill with Dragon Claw, which would mean that we could Volt Switch to break multi-scale, which could also be really useful. And then even like come in on a fairy type. Which I don't hate. The only question is like, I suppose Primarina, I don't think you outspeed with the Choice Scarf, do you? No, you don't. Togekiss. +1. So assuming, what's the lowest roll here with Volt Switch? Is 30? 301 minus 30, it's just 271. 271. Let's us do... So assuming we brought in a fairy type who could outspeed with the Choice Scarf, which would be Togekiss. Togekiss, do you get Moonblast? Or is it just D-Gleam? You just get D-Gleam. Okay. So... Jesus, that's so underwhelming. How is that only 94%? That's fucking crazy. Because, yeah, you don't outspeed without it. So what else do we have for fairy types? Audino doesn't start as a fairy, so that's obviously not good. Oh, that's true. Togedemaru on D-Claw. Baits Earthquake real good. Ooh, shit. Could actually bait Hydro Pump. Yeah, that's not great. It's at least got multi-scale and not inner focus, so it can be faked out, but... What's Dragon Claw on Urshifu? Because I could also just get Urshifu in on D-Claw and go for an Ice Punch. Okay. I guess... Because I assume Urshifu can kill this Dragonite. Well, it's not a full HP, right? Yeah, easy. 276. Okay, not easy. It is barely, but... And then... I guess, what's the crit range on Dragon Claw? So, let's assume we want to get down to low roll Surf. So, 138 plus critical hit roll on Dragon Claw. Or, sorry, no, we need plus low roll, which is 102. Comes out to 240, and then minus critical hit high roll is 180. I think that might be outside of Ice Beam range. 60. 72. Fuck. And I don't think... I mean, Assault Vest might fix this. So I'm trying to think of, like, showing it a kill. Well, I mean, okay, do we have someone... Primarina, why do you beat this chud? Oh, I think it's seeing auto crit, yeah. Okay. That's pretty cool that Dragapult... It requires choice specs. Newt, welcome to the stream! We are calcing Elite Four fights. So Dragapult can come in on this chud and one-tap it with Draco. But Sceptile doesn't even need, like, the help of a held item and natively outspeeds. Let me see. I think I kind of like the idea Oh, did I say E4 fights? Yeah, VR fights. I think I like the idea of Urshifu with Assault Vest, where I think it tightens up the ranges. So let's see. 92 plus... Oop. 92 plus low roll. Dragon Claw is 102. Minus... Crit Max roll Dragon Claw, which is... 180? Hold on, this feels incorrect. No, I guess not. Yeah, I don't think that fixes the ratio even a little bit. Yeah. Somehow makes it worse. Cool Trainer Shannon is the scariest E4 member, clearly. She is one of the scariest Victory Road fights. Okay, let's just see if we have someone else who can do the Dragonite thing better. I could also get someone who has like a Haban berry, because I do believe that was one of the berries we got multiples of. Here, I'm going to really quickly boot up MGBA. Like, if we're desperate, we can use a dragon type. Oop, remute that. Don't want double music. Berries. Yeah, we did get 2 Haban berries. Because, like, theoretically, yeah, like, Noivern could very easily live, yeah, Haban berry. So, like, even Dragonclaw crit lets us live that. It has to specifically be, like, a super effective hit. Boys, please. And then we just have to level it up a few times to boost the damage of Draco Meteor. Okay. Roserade can... No, it can't even really come in on Dragon Clocks. I'm like, ooh, we could do Hidden Power Ice. Ooh, Lucario actually might be the guy for this. Because I believe Lucario can learn Ice Punch. And is natively faster than... Oh, that's so weak. But we can give it Never Melt Ice. There we go. We come in on Dragon Claw, and the gap between showing a kill to Surf and showing a kill to Ice Beam is gargantuan. It means we have to get rid of one of Lucario's moves, but honestly, we could drop Aura Sphere, and if we need it again later, we can just use the Aura Sphere TM. Like, we're not using it in the Elite Four, I know that much. I think I am okay making a sacrifice on Lucario's moveset for this. And at that point, we don't even need to pre-damage. Yeah, we just come in on D-Claw. We kill Dragonite. Is your E4 calced? Newt, my E4 is calced. All 4 regular trainers, we are doing double, single, and then I have both versions of Wallace figured out depending on if Barraskewda liquid or flip. Oh, I just realized none of you are looking at the right screen. Sorry about that. Yeah, Lucario, Ice Punch, does a bunch of damage. I gotta say, Newt, talking to you right now while I'm calcing Victory Road, it really brings me back in a way, right? Like, it's very surreal to be, like, sitting here this deep in, and it's like, oh, wow. Huh. I remember back when I think we raided into you after literally our very first runandbun stream. Seeing you do, like, Cycling Road Rival and shit. That's crazy. Okay. Lucario kills Dragonite. Baits in Gorobus always for Surf. At which point, all we need to do is get someone... So the question is, who natively outspeeds this Chud? Oh, Greninja, how much do you take from too much? You take too much. I remember you watching you do Brawly on this run, right? Right after I got my fucking wisdom teeth taken out. So... Roserade handles that pretty easy with the Choice Scarf. I like the idea of using Sceptile simply because it can be reused later for Swampert, but to reuse it later from Swampert requires coming in on a sack, right? You've just proven Slow and Steady wins the race and not being told by your doctor to quit playing Run and Bun. Look, thankfully I finally got set up with a doctor after my long and storied Run and Bun career. So the annoying thing, though, is that it's like, the thing that makes Sceptile nice in Degorbis is that it natively outspeeds and kills with Leaf Storm. But I think I do want to save it for beating Swampert, right? So let's just assume we are doing Roserade, Choice Scarf. Hell, we only need Magical Leaf. So that's cool. And then I assume at +1 speed, nothing's faster than us because Swampert doesn't realize it's about to get Swift Swim. Yeah, we do outspeed Whimsicott, so it's probably just going to be... Damn, Bullet Punch. Oh, I suppose, yeah, being a, This is actually really nice. I think we can force Caesar into clicking Bullet Punch, right? Because we want to go for Fast Kill over Bug Bite. Technician, Steel Gem. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, we just have to pre-damage Roserade. I don't even think we need to pre-damage it, right? Because we're swapping into Surf for 32%. Puts us well within Bug Bite / Bullet Punching range. Okay, so then it's just... I know we're in rain. Caesar does still have a really good defense stat, so Fire Punch probably doesn't just, like, kill it raw, right? Yeah. Blaziken can do it with Overheat, though. Oh, my man, Miss Defeat coming in once again. April the Surging. I didn't even think about the Surging Strikes. Wait. Thank you, Hannah. Thank you, Hina. Hinar. The only annoying thing is that we're baiting random move from Whimsicott afterwards. Prankster, Life Orb. Oh, Prankster. Well, I suppose we can ignore that with just, like, pre-status. Okay, so yeah, we'll assume we're doing Urshifu here. Energy Ball or Hurricane. I don't think we ever bait Weather Ball. 31%. Yes, that's like 62 and some change. Yeah, we're never in that range. We actually could also... No, it's never Grass Whistle, because it sees kill. Oh, if we could guarantee Energy Ball, it would actually be a free swap back into Roserade for fast kill with Sludge Bomb. Though, I mean, all we really need to do is just pivot, right? Well, let's just see if something can come in and beat it. Ideally, something that then baits Earthquake off Swampert. That's not great for Corviknight. Last time I saw someone fight this Whimsicott, they lost their Roserade. It's very spooky if you lose control. Yeah, no. Not accounting for Prankster Grass Whistle. I wouldn't be surprised. Did they fuck up and think that being a grass type gave them immunity to Grass Whistle, i.e. Spore moves? It's going for Energy Ball or Hurricane. Could actually be a swap back to Electrode. Nah, it's too much damage. No, it's not actually. Because we don't actually need to show the lowest roll on Dragonclaw, right? We just need to show Dragonite 85.2%. So that way it sees kill, comes in, and then just clicks Dragonclaw anyway because it's highest damaging move. Which means that doesn't really get us anywhere. And also it's entirely possible we come in and try to Volt Switch but get Prankster Grass Whistled. Causes the target to fall asleep. Okay. Yeah, so I think with Choice Scarf, Roserade is faster than it. We're already using Choice Scarf. All we have to do is pre-burn and contrive a situation where we swap in on Energy Ball or Grass Whistle. It doesn't seem too bad. I guess the question is, what do we bait from Swampert here? It's like mostly Earthquake, but it's not always Earthquake. Well, hold on. That improves things a little bit. I'm pretty sure any crit from Gorobus plus burn damage, yeah, 58%. We take too much. So yeah, I would really prefer to kill this thing. I genuinely might reconsider my Caesar answer just to get a cleaner fight into this guy. Because Turtonator kills Caesar with Overheat in the Rain, takes a similar amount of damage with the added benefit of not being crit. Like 27%. 95. Because we can't use a healing item because berries could get eaten by bug bite and likely just wouldn't even proc. Hurricane and Weather Ball. Like, the real dream would be to just get Swampert in. But that's really hard, since it doesn't actually think it has Swift Swim. Yeah. Let's look back at Gorobus. 79.5. Life Orb. 75%. If we go up to level 95, 105. Okay. 73%. 79%. Okay, so in theory, Electrode could kill Gorobus. But it would potentially die after Life Orb Chip. Which genuinely might be an acceptable risk at the point in the game we're in. But let's examine other options. 'Cause yeah, I can give so many guys Thunder. I'm probably gonna give Latios Thunder soon. Okay, that does kill, and with the Choice Scarf, we do become fast. Okay, Lucario's baiting Surf. Notably not as a fast kill. Or sorry, not as a slow kill. Anything wrong with pivoting Togedemaru on Energy Ball / Hurricane against Whimsicott? Not necessarily. I suppose it is worth noting, actually, if we... because that's Weather Ball, which does a lot of damage into Roserade still. No, because it doesn't matter if we pre-status Togedemaru to stop Grass Whistle. Roserade still gets fucked up. Yeah, like, we can get Roserade in. The problem is that then Swampert comes in, and we need Swampert to come in for specifically, like, Earthquake or Power-Up Punch. I guess, out of curiosity, Sail R&B Calc. Is it always Power-Up Punch if it sees a kill with it? Swampert, Mega... Full Trainer Shannon. Let's assume we're at 1 HP. Okay, it is an even distribution. Yeah, because I don't think it's that Power-Up Punch gets like a default +6. It just like has a... It has a +6 if it's not highest damaging move. Like, it's treated as setup. Okay. Also worth noting, we do have some Swift Swim guys of our own. They don't really do anything, but... Well, hold on. Berescue to Poison Jab. Would need to come in on something, but I don't know what that something is. See, actually, what would be really good is if we could get this thing with a Hisuian Electrode, but we can't. Mega Swamperts really do just kind of require sacrifice. Yeah, wait, is the answer just Mega Slowbro? Hold on. Do we not even... Okay, so let's assume we use Togedemaru to get Roserade in against Whimsicott, kill Whimsicott. Swampert comes out, Earthquake, Liquidation, Stone Edge, Power-Up Punch... No, because Power-Up Punch punishes our stalling. Yeah, so we can't really get it with that. Though, Slowbro, yeah, you probably take too much damage. It's like, if I could get something that could pivot on Whimsicott and also Swampert. But, like, there's nothing that just bulks every hit on this guy. Except for a pre-Mega Evolved Mega Slowbro. Like, Torterra's almost good here. The problem is that it isn't. One answer could also be to just swap to... I mean, in theory, if we got a guy who could do the Whimsicott pivot, and then we just, like, sack it to Swampert... Like, Frostlass, how do you do here? Oh, the problem is that Frostlass kind of just dies to Whimsicott. Even at 95. Yeah. Wild how many times Mega Swampert shows up compared to other Megas. They know that it's busted. They know that Mega Swampert in the rain is a fucking demon. Swift Swim Pokemon are some of the most dangerous things in this entire game. Like, more so than even Chlorophyll. Yeah, I can't give Frostlass like an Assault Vest or something. It's so frustrating. It's like Weather Ball just does so much damage and it punches through your steel types. And Hurricane can confuse you. Of all the things to fuck me up on this fight, I wasn't expecting it to be the prankster Life Orb Whimsicott. Oh, Solomons, why couldn't you be weak to water moves? Oh, actually. I mean... Hurricane... But what do you bait from Swampert? Stone Edge, which we don't want to send into... Yeah. Sceptile shows up twice, I want to say. Yeah, Archie, Shannon, and Wallace all have Mega Swampert. Yeah, I think there's only... Actually, I think there's only one Mega Sep, one Mega Blaze, not counting Revel Fights. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so ignoring the rivals, yeah, there are 3 fights for Mega Swampert. There is 1 Mega Blaziken. I feel like there are 2 Mega Sceptiles, but... Nope, there's only the 1. I do think it's fun that you fight the Mega Sceptile trainer, the Mega Blaziken trainer, and the Mega Swampert trainer all in a row, though. That's very cute. Just need to find someone who can live that. I think Electros can do it, right? Well, then, do I really want to lose Electros? Jane has come so far. I do think Electros can do it, though. I'm trying to think of, like, what's the most do-nothing guy in my box? And the answer is Frostlass, but... I mean... Hurricane is a flying-type move. Weather Ball is a water-type move. Pokemon type chart. Because, as established, Turtonator can do this job in place of Urshifu. At functionally the same rate of efficiency. 78%. Yeah. We're always going to get put into the range where we're baiting Weather Ball. So I'm wondering, is there someone who can take these 2 moves, but then dies to Energy Ball? So let's take a look here. Oh, I love how bright this is. I love how bright this is and how no one can see it, because it's all on the left side of the screen. Whatever. God, you can't even see it because it's... Okay, there we go. Okay, attacker, flying type, resisted by electric, rock, and steel. And then water is also resisted by electric. Oh wait, sorry, no. Water is resisted by grass and dragon. That's it. I would need a grass dragon. Oh yeah, sorry, and water. Very annoying that there is no overlap here. Need like a steel dragon. Just something that can resist these 2 moves that I don't mind sacking. It's probably Electros, I think. Unless it's like somehow also good. I think exactly Lantern, Duraludon, Hisui, and Gudra is what you're asking for. More or less. Thankfully, Electros can do the job because it resists. If we were to do the Urshifu line, because Electros can always... Oh, no, but if Energy Ball drops Spadef... No, we can't do that. Yeah, we definitely want Hurricane or Weather Ball. But you die to a critical hit. High roll. Weather Ball. Yeah. Walrein would do it. Yeah, Walrein could do it. Specifically in the Turtonator version of the line. Comes in on a Weather Ball or Hurricane, baits Energy Ball, swap to Roserade. And then it would be the guy we sacked to Swampert. I would hate to lose Walrein. I love Havara. Who can just come in on this Chud and kill? Almost Lopunny, but... Oh no, actually the defenses are the same. Okay, who else can beat this Caesar? Pretty incredible that Arcanine can kill it in the rain, but Flare Blitz is a lot of damage. That's with Fire Blast. Ooh, we might actually be able to trick it with Houndoom. Because Mega Houndoom can kill it with Flamethrower. Ooh, but if we come in on... No, we can guarantee that it comes in on Bullet Punch. Okay, hold on. Interesting option here. Where are you, Houndoom? Bullet Punch does a lot of damage, though. And then it would just go for Bullet Punch for fast kill. Yeah, that doesn't work. Well, it's a Steel Gem. But if it crits 81%, it would just be quick. It'd be quick attack. Yeah, that doesn't work. Wait a second. It has a Steel Gem. If Roserade shows a kill to Bug Bite and Bullet Punch, it'll always select Bullet Punch for the fast kill. Send in Turtonator on Bullet Punch, eats up Steel Gem. Oh, that's just Bug Bite, though. Never mind. That doesn't really work. God, I felt so smart for a second. I felt so fucking smart. I could send Lucario in on Bullet Punch to burn the Steel Gem. We threaten 2-hit KO with close combat. And it goes for Bullet Punch anyways, because it's highest damaging move. Bullet Punch into Turtonator. So at this point now it's reduced damage Bullet Punch. We're at level 95. Okay. So 222 minus 37 comes out to 185 minus high roll bug bite. Is 56. Is 129. We can get outside of hurricane range. We can guarantee Weather Ball, which means we can guarantee swap into Roserade. Because I believe, I do need to confirm that Roserade can live, 3 ticks of burn plus critical hit Weather Ball plus critical hit Surf, which actually might not be possible. It's a big ask. Okay. Yeah, let's see. So, Roserade has 222 HP as well. Divide that by 16 is 13. So 222 minus 13 on the turn it swaps into Gorbis. 13 on the turn it kills Gorbis. 13 on the turn it swaps in on Whimsicott. 13 on the turn it kills Whimsicott. That is a lot of damage. Critical hit max roll Surf is 129. 41. Yeah, there's no way critical hit Weather Ball is less than 41. It's 82. Still, though, the fact that we can get it to guaranteed go for Weather Ball is nothing to scoff at. An Energy Ball does 36, so if we can force an Energy Ball, or hell, just knowing that Weather Ball is going into something, knowing we can get a safe swap in. Okay, if we can guarantee Weather Ball. I should also confirm that Lucario can safely tank that, though. Bullet Punch is 46, crit, Dragon Claw, yeah, 42. We definitely love that. I suppose there's maybe a chance we end up baiting Bug Bite. No, because if our HP is low enough to bait Bug Bite, then that means we show a kill to Bullet Punch, so it would always go for Bullet Punch for fast kill. You're so smart, April. Okay. Okay, what if we... No, because our Shifu takes too much damage. Corviknight's actually a really interesting option. If we pre-toxicked Corviknight and gave it a sharp beak, maybe? I don't know. It seems dubious. .116 speed. Let's pull speed natively. Because, yeah, it would need to be someone who could swap in on random move from Mega Swampert and then bait Earthquake or Power Up Punch. And that's kind of impossible. Ooh, E4 calcs, is there a box command? I'll see if I can help. We actually already have our E4 calcs. We are calcing Victory Road right now. So don't even worry about it, Sir Mino. Thank you, though. I appreciate the offer. Okay, weather ball. What quad resists water? Water is resisted by water, grass, dragon. I don't believe I have any water dragons, and I don't have any grass dragons, and I don't have any water grasses. Okay, I think... I really do think at the end of the day, it probably just has to be a Walrein sack, right? Okay, so we once again need to confirm. 222 divided by 16 is 13. That is how much damage Resurrade takes every turn from burn. So, the turn we swap in to Gorbis, the turn... Oop. Turn we swap into Gorbis, the turn we kill Gorbis. The turn we swap into Whimsicott, the turn we kill Whimsicott. Then we have to assume that we are taking a critical hit max roll surf for 129. Brings us down to 41. We need to live critical hit. We need to live 41 HP energy ball. 36. Okay. We do live that. It just requires... It doesn't necessarily require Walrein sack. We can now look at other options. We just need to find someone who lives Weather Ball, baits Energy Ball. And then we're okay sacking to Swampert. I mean, now that we know that Electros is always coming in on Weather Ball. Nah, there's no safe way to deal with that. Just need something that resists flying. Could it be the notorious dick-sucking bass? Because if we give it a citrus berry, no. No, it could bait Hurricane. Unfortunately, Bruxish is just a little too weak, and if it took a max roll non-crit Weather Ball, it could show kill to Hurricane. That's not Salamence. I could also, in theory, sack Lucario, but I would prefer to not sack Lucario. Just don't see what gets us out of this. It's the problem of just, like, how much damage Hurricane does. Like, if we had someone... Well, hold on. Wait just a goddamn second. Wait just a goddamn second. 94 damage, lives Weather Ball, outspeeds, oh, died of Toxic, I think. Because how much do you do with Poison Jab? Wait a fucking second, chat. We can give Barrascuda a Lumberry. Yeah. Poison Jab, it outspeeds Whimsicott. It always lives coming in on Weather Ball. If we give it a Lumberry or a Chestoberry or whatever, it wakes up from Prankster Grass Whistle. Hey, wait just a gosh darn heckin' minute. Hannah, did you think of something? Nope, I'm just riffing. Yeah. Hold on, gamers. Yeah, yay fish. Okay, the thing is, we still have to sack something to Swampert, realistically. There's simply no way we're, like, killing this thing on our own. I mean, unless we can flip turn into something that's... Okay, so we're not using Mystic Water. We need Lumberry. And we need Poison Jab. But like, we can just sack, like, Frostlass or something, right? Hilariously, hold on. Frostlass? Okay, the move you take the most damage from is Stone Edge. No. Because I'm like, if I swap you into Power Up... Like, if I swap you and you happen to hit Power Up Punch, do we win the lottery? No. Ba-ba-bum, ba-da-da-dum, da-da-da-da-da-da-da. But I am curious. Earthquake, Liquidation, Stone Edge... Like, Latios? You don't have access to any grass moves, right? Oh wait, no, Barrascuda doesn't fix this because we still have to sack something to Swampert, unless we can find something that can swap in and live long enough to kill. Can Urshifu with a berry do it? You know. Hold up, yeah, Urshifu, well, he can't outspeed is the problem. Even with a +1 boost, he can't outspeed. Because otherwise, yeah, Surging Strikes plus Flip Turn does kill. Though it is worth noting, Swampert here... 50. Yeah, odds aren't exactly great that we downplayed something. I mean, this wouldn't be a terrible place to sack the fish is the thing. If we had to. Yeah, no, that's what we just came to, Sermino. It can beat Whimsicott. It's very inconsistent what it baits afterwards, though. Even the lowest roll of Weather Ball does 50%, which against a standard Swampert puts us in the range of potentially Liquidation, potentially Stone Edge. Power Up Punch is always on the table if it doesn't see a kill, but it at least sees a kill with Earthquake. It's heavily weighted towards EQ, but there's no guarantee, and we can't dedicate our items slot to... Hold on. Free toxic plus citrus berry. Does swapping in... No, because this only saves us in a non-crit scenarios, I think. In any crit situation, we're still fucked. Because we take too much damage. Barrascuda, can you learn Icy Wind? No. Yeah, so the problem with this line is that, like, it requires that we functionally sack... I mean, like... I don't know, someone's got to be able to do it. I feel like we're on to something. Let me check my hidden powers. There might be someone with an HP Grass. Excadrill. Control F. Grass. Latias has hidden power Grass. Wait! Wait. Hidden power Grass. That's so underwhelming! Oh. Yeah, I think those are... Yeah, Arcanine, Hisui, Adino. Natural Gift? We have... Well, if they have Natural Gift, then they would need to naturally outspeed Swampert. Sceptile can't swap in. Yeah, just because if we come in on Liquidation or Stone Edge, there's a chance they just crit kill. Yeah, no, Sceptile with Scarf absolutely kills Swampert. The problem is that we would need to guarantee a swap in on Earthquake or Power Up Punch. I almost wonder if there's a way to contrive this so that we just, like, get Swampert in second. Like, all we need is something that's... Because... Bios is speed of 162. So we just need to be faster than Pelipper, slower than Swampert, and die to Earthquake. Toge, how good's your special attack? You are modest. Oh, probably very bad. That's unfortunate. So hold on. The speed benchmark we need to worry about here is 162. Where's the place to write that down? 162. Okay. Not dying on Gorbis is honestly the easy part. We're just using Roserade for that. Though I do wonder if we have someone who can handle Roserade better than Gorbis, but I don't think we really do. Yep, Gorbis, our sworn enemy. Mintmod knows what's up. Yeah, the problem is that our other answer to Gorbis is Sceptile, but if Sceptile comes in on Gorbis Surf, then it can't really safely come in on Swampert Earthquake anyways. But yeah, no, it's like, okay, what do we have for electric types? 121. Oh, you are slower than Pelipper. I was worried for a second because I'm like, wait a second, Pelipper has detect. Does this line even work? Because I need to pre-damage to let it kill, or to show it a kill so it doesn't click detect. No, I don't need to worry about that. I don't need to worry about that even a little bit, because if he clicks detect turn 1, then I just do it again on turn 2. How well does Flygon pivot into Swampert? Poorly. Unfortunately, by being part ground type, it makes it so that Lixie is neutral to liquidation. Otherwise, she would be incredible at it. Because, like... You know? Hold on. We considered Slowbro before. With, like, in regards to Weather Ball? What if we swapped in Slowbro on Weather Ball and then used it as our Swampert pivot? Like, and went back to the Roserade line. I think it's probably too risky, actually. Earthquake does too much damage on a crit, and we don't have a turn to sit in on Whimsicott to Mega Evolve and click, like, Slack Off. We could do it against Caesar. Now we don't do enough with Fire Punch. Fire Blast. We don't quite threaten it enough with Fire Blast either. I just need someone who, with a Choice Scarf... Okay, so assuming we're doing Flip Turn, that's 93 damage. 324 minus 93 comes out to 323. Latios can't do it. Yeah, we glanced Torterra. The problem is liquidation. Like, if we could guarantee we could come in on Stone Edge, we don't even necessarily win. I mean, if we gave Torterra choice specs. Yeah. The problem is liquidation just does too much damage. Or, God forbid, we swap in on a power-up punch, which would then, you know, yikes. Yeah, I just want to continue exploring to see if we can find a guy who can somehow bait Swampert in second. And I'm now realizing probably not, because Dragonite also has Earthquake. So it's going to be hard to find someone who can click Thunder, kill this guy, and like show a kill to Swampert where it's somehow not showing a kill to Dragonite with specifically Earthquake. Honestly, the real devastating thing is just how little damage Sceptile does with Thunder Punch into Pelipper. It's because of Wackenberry, but like... It's like, yeah, Urshifu, even at max speed, can't outspeed Swampert. So barely. Yeah, We would need to be able to drop his speed. Or again, we just sack Barraskewda. And I just don't think we have anyone else who does Roserade's job of killing Gorobus better than Roserade. It's like Dragapult needs a choice item, and then doesn't even kill Whimsicott later. I mean, fuck, can Sneasler just, like, dome Gorobus with close combat? No. You know, it's kind of funny. Doesn't Gorobus, because White Herb only stops, I think, the defense drop, right? So it would actually set itself up for, like, a freeze-dry kill. I could also potentially sack Turtonator. I like Turtonator, but Turtonator doesn't come to fights as often anymore. I'd be sad about it, but... Also, can I just say how much we're benefiting from having a near max special defense Roserade? This would be basically impossible if we did not have Rose, as bulky as she is. Could I do something funny here? I don't think so. Honestly, it'd be really cool is if I could get Gorobus in last and then, like, chain Gorobus and Swampert, right? Maybe we try that? Because if I can get Sceptile in against Gorobus, I can choice lock us into Energy Ball, and then we fast kill Gorobus, fast kill Swampert if we're in Overgrow. Let's see if we can do that. So, in that case, because I feel like Turtonator... that's a lot from Surf. I don't think we have a Pasho Berry. Shalane, Oka, Hybon, Colbur, Barbari, Roselli. Yeah. Because I know we could get Caesar in second if we wanted to. If we just don't pre-damage Electrode. That would get Caesar in for Bug Bite. Assuming we then beat that with her Shifu. And that would get Dragonite in for Hurricane, probably. The problem is this Dragonite is so hard to KO if we don't do the chip. So let's... yeah, let's still have Dragonite be the second thing. Let's just see if we can, you know, fuck with it a bit. Dragapult, do you really need life orb to be able to kill this thing. Avon Berry. 288. Which would kill. But if we take too much from Dragon Claw, we're just baiting in. Oh, even if we don't take that, yeah, we're still baiting Gorbis in for Surf. Oh my god, Whimsicott outspeeds Dragapult. Outspeeds. Yeah, no, I think that's our angle, right? Is there's a very narrow margin between Gorbis speed and Whimsicott speed. So if we can find something that beats Dragonite and then baits in Whimsicott, I assume Greninja could probably do it with Ice Punch, right? Yeah, just need to never melt. We would have to make sure we're coming out on a move other than Dragon Claw, but that's not impossible. Ice Punch does 276, which is enough. And then that is, in fact, faster than Gorbis, slower than Whimsicott, and dies to Energy Ball. Hydro Pump maxes out at 55%. Okay, so it's not perfect, but we can definitely get Whimsicott in second. I want to get like a second version of, because here, let's write down the version of this line that like works but requires a sack, and that's this 6. Now for this next one, let's explore our other options. So we have Electrode. We have, well, honestly, we don't even necessarily, well, yeah, because we do still want to break Dragonite's multi-scale. So all we need is someone who's immune to Dragon Claw and baits Hydro Pump, right? Because that's the weakest move into Greninja. Yeah. Okay. I imagine most of our fairy types can probably do that. Earthquake is also fine if we just plan on doing another pivot against Whimsicott. There is also notably another really interesting option, which is Mega Gyarados. Mold Breaker actually just lets us flat out ignore multi-scale, which could let us kill Dragonite. Without needing to do Volt Switch. Because, okay, let's assume Gyarados comes in. Ooh. Is there... Probably not Grand Ball. Yeah, it would need to be something that resists these to bait EQ. Or specifically be really weak to ground. Because Gyarados can come in, get off an Intim because this is multi-scale. I just don't think that really does anything. Yeah, I don't like that. Always. No, that's after Intim. Why does Dragon Claw have to be the highest damaging move? Okay. I need to pee, so I will be right back, and then we'll get back to looking at it. I think I have received piss revelations. So, we need to consider, we can get Whimsicott in next. Let's see, how does Roserade match up into Gorobus? Okay. 86%. I think as long as we can get Roserade in on Energy Ball, 86%, 69%, I think we can guarantee... Ooh. No, it couldn't be Energy Ball. It'd have to be Weather Ball, because Energy Ball can drop our stats. But how much damage does Weather Ball crit do? 36. Which would be like right on the line. Yeah, fuck. Because I'm trying to think of like... options to get Roserade in. Barrascuda, why do you take so much damage from Surf? You resist water moves. Because, like, if Roserade could guarantee in Caesar, then we could use Turtonator to beat Caesar, who would bait in Roserade for Surf. Flygon? No. Like, do I have anyone who I can give the lagging tail and do a slow pivot with? Not Primarina, not Flygon, not Barrascuda. Obviously not Electrode, though maybe Electrode, but probably not Electrode. No, definitely not Electrode. Because it would be Electrode into a guy who takes Dragon Claw, baits Hydro Pump into Greninja. And then Greninja would bring in Whimsicott on what is functionally random move. Greninja, where are you? Like, its most likely Energy Ball. Is it ever Weather Ball? 55.7. 151. Because we need at least Never Melt Ice. 150. 271 minus 151. Comes out to... did that wrong. 271 minus 151. Comes out to 120. Wait a second. Gorobus would never come in against Roserade. If we have a choice item, which we need to outspeed Whimsicott, we then threaten Gorobus with fast KO, which means it would always be Caesar. Wait, hold on. I'm cracked. Okay, so let's find a guy who lives Dragon Claw, baits Hydro Pump. I think we found one of those earlier. I know there was someone. Weak to water is fire, rock. Excadrill? No, because Excadrill also baits earthquake. Almost Lucario, but not quite. Could get Lucario to consistently bait earthquake, actually. Probably. Probably not. I know there was someone. Damn you, Earthquake. I mean, it doesn't even necessarily matter, I think. Well, it saves... It makes the switching more consistent, right? Because, like... No, yeah, as long as it's not Energy Ball, Walrein can come in on Hurricane or Weather Ball. I'm worried we're running out of team slots, though. Which is, like, genuinely a real issue. Oh my god, it's Ammonite. Or Amistar. Can't be crit by Dragon Claw. Never gets put low enough, so the highest damaging move is always Hydro Pump. Swap to Greninja. Take damage from Hydro Pump. Get the kill. Even if it misses, we always show kill to Energy Ball. Oh, I had it backwards. We never show kill to Weather Ball. Okay. So now we just need a way to get Roserade in. On only... Honestly, it can be Energy Ball or Weather Ball, actually. It just needs to not be Hurricane. Swapping to Electro wouldn't do anything. It's just, I need to be able to roll Condense. It's like, I need Amistar to, like, also be fucking Sceptile. It's not Sceptile. Or Roserade, but it's definitely not Roserade. We have, like, one too many guys on the team. Because, like, we need Roserade. We need Turtonator. Technically, we don't need Roserade. If I could guarantee Energy Ball. No, that wouldn't work. Okay, Lucario's interesting. You would have to pre-status, of course, but... I assume Greninja taking an Earthquake crit? Yeah, 86%, that would absolutely put it in range. Okay. Who else outspeeds and can kill Dragonite? Basculegion, you can't learn, like, Ice Punch, can you? Basculegion? Yeah, just Blizzard. I think Lopunny gets the punches. Okay, this could be something. She barely doesn't live Dragon Claw. Weirdly enough, the thing she lives best is Earthquake. Yeah, because Dragon Claw stab and Hydro Pump is in the rain and high BP. Because, okay, let's assume Mega Lopunny with Ice Punch. Wow, that's real. Oh, that's 301. Wait. Yeah. Okay. So I'm like, hold on. If that damage was inaccurate, then I could hold a healing item. Ice Punch. Yeah, coming in for Fake Out plus that would kill. Okay, who can guarantee bait Earthquake? But also, 277 speed actually makes you faster than Whimsicott. Yeah, I would just bait in Gorbis for Surf. I feel like I'm so close to having something really cool. Hurricane Confusion. For fucking fuck. Okay, what happens if we guarantee bait Earthquake on something? Well, Arcanine doesn't quite do that. I mean, Hydro Pump or Earthquake is probably fine. And then I'm thinking, like, give Latios here. Oh, fuck, Icy Wind? No, because then we just get Whimsicott later again, because we don't show anything to it. And we do show a kill to Ice Beam on Gorbis. Oh, no, not necessarily. Well, we would have to outspeed. The only way we can guarantee a thing doesn't come in is if we specifically show, like, fast kill. I can get Caesar in second. Hold on. Oh, because at least I assume. Hidden Power Ice. Hidden Power Ice lets us KO Dragonite. Hell, we don't even need a choice item for it, but with Choice Scarf. Because then we show fast kill to Gorbis, fast kill to Whimsicott, fast kill to Swampert because it doesn't think it's Mega. So it would have to be Caesar. Which would then be... Urshifu doesn't quite out damage, but it can bait in Whimsicott. Okay. So Roserade baits in Dragonite. KOs it, baits in Caesar. We bring in Urshifu. Urshifu KOs Caesar with Surging Strikes. 31. I don't think we can guarantee Urshifu doesn't show a kill to Gorobus after the fact. Who else can beat up Caesar? Arcanine can... It's also worth noting, if Roserade baits in Caesar, we can guarantee it on Bullet Punch if we pre-damage, which would be a free swap into... that wouldn't really... 78%, 100. Yeah, it just doesn't quite work. Because it doesn't have like a choice item or something to stop us from getting it. Okay, what's... It has really high defense. Because like... Yeah, that's Flare Blitz Stab from Arcanine, so I don't think we're going to be able to nature power our way through this. The notorious dick-sucking bass. What are you trying to tell me? There's nothing funny here, right? Blizzard, Embargo, Frost Breath, Hidden Power, yeah. Yeah, nothing funny. We could come in and get off a hit of Liquidation and then die, but that's not particularly helpful now, is it? The what? Yeah, Rabos, the notorious dick-sucking bass, Bruxish? Fucking priority moves, man. Okay, that's actually kind of crazy. We could... Oh, yeah, because being a water type makes Bullet Punch neutral. Okay, so assuming we pre-damage Roserade... Well... 38%. Yeah. So it just needs to be... 163 minus critical hit max roll hydro pump is 85 is 78, which is within quick attack range. Damn. Because I'm trying to think like, oh, is there a way that I can force Caesar to bullet punch into Amistar to burn its gem? And no, that wouldn't work. Latias doesn't do anything with recover here. Because the problem is that Hydro Pump can miss, right? Orochimaru, Dragonite. Yeah. I mean, Garchomp, can you go insane on this guy? We got you in on EQ. $134 times 2. I don't think that kills. 134 times 2. Yeah, 268. I think it has to get up to 270. Though in theory, fucking the higher level Electrode can probably do a little more damage, right? Yeah. $33. Okay, so we could do it with Garchomp. It's just not really great. Oh, and also we would get Rough Skin off if we swapped in on Contact move, but no, I don't like that. I mean, I think at this rate I would sooner just... Damn, Gyarados, you really bulked that Gorbis. Okay, Gyarados actually kind of consistently gets Caesar for something. Because what does regular Gyarados, assuming it comes out on Earthquake... So, Gyarados standard, gets off an Intim. No, because then we're baiting Hurricane, and that's a disaster waiting to happen. I think we might just have to accept Walrein Sack. What I'm going to do is I'm going to write this line down. We're going to carry on into the future. And then I think we're just going to write up the rest of these lines, see if Walrein's needed for any of them. And if that's the case, then we will find a way to not sack her. In which case, we might just sack, like, Barraskewda, right? Or hell, even Lucario or Roserade or Turtonator. You know, whoever's the least required for future. Or Electrode, honestly. Okay. So, Cool Trainer Shannon. Notes. Teach. Elec. Thunder. I think that's the main thing. Pre-burn Rose. Do we need to pre-toxic Lucario? No. That's for the fight before this one. Because it's Electrode. Just need to bait in Dragonite. 196. Confirming, yeah. Wait, I'm stupid. Oh, wait, no, that's right. We get around Gorbis by having Thunder, so it sees that we kill it, so it doesn't want to come in. I was like, hold on, wait, Gorbis just comes in for Ice Beam. No, it doesn't. I think with your brain, April. Okay, hold on. So we do need Life Orb for this. Get Electrode up to 93. Level up Elec to 93. Pre-burn Rose. Pre-damage Elec to So, yeah, we just need it to be Dragon Claw range after we KO Pelipper. So that's 193 plus 23. 193 plus 23 is 216. 216 HP. I don't think we need to pre-damage Lucario at all, because Dragon Claw can't miss, and we only need to take 10% damage. Confirming that Dragon Claw cannot miss. Yeah, shocking. Okay. Oh yeah, teach Elec Thunder, teach Luca Eye Punch. Okay, no, the pre-damages. Equip Elec with Life Orb. Equip Luca with Never Melt Ice. Equip Rose with Choice Scarf. Equip Turt with nothing. Equip Waller with Citrus Berry. Equip Sep with Choice Scarf. Open with Elec. OHKO with Thunder. Swap to Drag. V. Switch to Luca. KO with Eye Punch. Swap to Gorb. Swap to Rose. OHKO with... we can just use Energy Ball, I think, yeah. Yeah. OHKO with E-Ball. Not E-Blast. Or sorry, M-Leaf. Swap to Sizz. Swap to Luca. Because confirming the lowest roll of Surf, and we are always taking a Surf, is 72. 222 minus 72 minus 13. Minus 13 is 124. Above quick attack range. Well within bullet punching range. That is actually something to consider, though. I don't think we ever get put into quick attack range, but... (222) minus 13 minus 13 minus 129 67. Jesus. Quick attack, huh? We could just risk Turtonator. Like, I think we just kind of have to accept the risk. That doesn't work. I mean, we take at most 110 damage from Dragonite. Hold on. 260 minus 110 comes up to 150. Assuming we swap in on Quick Attack. It's never Bug Bite in any scenario. Because if we show a kill to Bug Bite, we show a kill to Bullet Punch. And if we show a kill to Bullet Punch, it's clicking Bullet Punch. So we would lose minus 54. Would drop us down to 96. You know, we'd definitely be baiting Bullet Punch at that point, but... Though I guess maybe at that point, a swap to Hisui and Electrode on Bullet Punch eats the Steel Gem and then always shows kill to Bullet Punch Quick Attack, right? Because 216 minus 23 twice. No, we're level 93. 23 twice. Brings us down to 170. $157. Okay, so we could swap into Bullet Punch and live. Now, assuming we take the lowest roll of Bullet Punch is 89, we go down to 81, which is barely above the lowest roll of Quick Attack. $216 minus 23, 170. I think we can do this, right? Where we pre-damage Electrode such that it can swap in. Like, this is a very minor adjustment being made, right? Because essentially what we're doing is we're making it so that if we come in on... Because Lucario can swap in if it seems like if Lucario swaps in and Scizor goes for Quick Attack instead of Bullet Punch, and Lucario can't live a Bullet Punch, we can swap to Electrode to take that Bullet Punch and then be put into kill range for Quick Attack, which is then a free swap back to Turtonator. Because Turtonator is fine with max roll Quick Attack into max roll Bug Bite, I believe. 222 minus 56 is 166 minus 50. Oh, it's tight. 116. It barely puts us into hurricane range. I hate you, Scizor. I hate you. But at that point, Lucario could swap to Quick Attack. Okay. Lucario takes critical hit, max roll Dragon Claw. Minus 110. 260 minus 110. 150. Then versus Scizor, swaps in on Quick Attack, loses 54 HP. Baits Bullet Punch. We swap to Electrode. Electrode now baits Bullet Punch or Quick Attack, but the Steel Gem is gone. We swap into both of these moves. Not quite the exact same. We so almost have something. I think I need to step back and reassess. I'm sure it's fine. I'm sure we can figure it out. It's a very slight minutia. Even then, I think we could just accept there's a very small chance we have to sack Turtonator. Or like, yeah, just have to sack another guy. It should be fine. I'll write this shit down on my own time. It should be fine. This requires us to get hit by like 7 crits in a row, you know? Like it's unlikely at best. I'm pretty tired. We went a little overtime, but I was knee deep in the calc. Let me see if anyone's live right now. Ooh, oh shit, Jax is live. Well, we got a raid. Friend of the channel, LM Jax. All right, gamers, we might run fights on Saturday. I don't know. The fact that we have to make potentially 1 or more sacks on this fight kind of makes me want to calc all of Victory Road before we start diving into the end, just to make sure we don't sacrifice anything we don't need to. We'll figure that out later. Until then, folks, thank you so much for joining me. I have been April. She has been May. You have all been incredible. I will catch you all Saturday morning at the usual time. Until then, have a good evening. I forgot the end of this thing. Setting up the raid. Night, folks. And ending stream.